right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Make a Wish 1937. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I thought the kid singer was annoying. His mother had a beautiful voice, but you have to wait until the end for her to start singing. They sing together. Seems like they're out of tune. Bobby Breen and Basil Rathbone make a wish with Mary and Claire. Henry Armetta, Ralph Forbes, Leon Errol, Donald Week, Herbert Rawlinson, Leonard Kinsey, it looks like a 1937 movie poster. Not that impressive. It looks like a colorized film when you look at the movie poster. But of course, this one is black and white. I saw it on Cult Cinema Classics. Make a Wish is a 1937 U.S. musical comedy film directed by Kurt Newman and starring Bobby Breen, Basil Rathbone, and Ralph Forbes. While at a summer camp in the Maine woods, young Chip Winters Breen befriends British composer Jonathan Selden Rathbone, who left the city high life to try to catch his creative block. And he is soon playing matchmaker for his widowed singer mother, Irene Winters, Claire, and Selden. Hugo Reisenfeld received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Musical Score for this film. Make a Wish, 1937, 1 hour, 17 minutes. Gets a pretty mediocre 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Only 223 ratings. Obscure Bobby Breen, Basil Rathbone make-ish movie. While at summer camp in the Maine woods, little Bobby Breen befriends composer Basil Rathbone, who left the city to try and break his creative block, and is soon playing matchmaker for his widowed singer mother and Rathbone. I'm not sure what that means. That's a poorly written summary from IMDb. So Basil Rathbone is on vacation. He's next to some kids' camp, and he befriends Bobby Breen? Was Bobby Breen in no, Bobby Webster was in Dick Tracy. Okay. Let's look at all cast and crew. Yeah, Bob Webster is in this. Well, um, okay, I'm confused now. Forget Dick Tracy. I have no idea what I'm talking about here. I think I got lost on the IMDb page. Sorry about that. Let's go back. Hey, Chicken Fly Wise. You talking about this? I didn't put any chicken in it. Karate Man's in the chat room. I've been fasting and starting to give me heartburn here a little bit. Anyway, here's the feature review on IMDb from BKO Gambling, Little Mr. Fix It. BKO Gambling gives it a higher 6 out of 10 rating. So let's take a look at this review, if it'll let me. Chicken Fly White. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking, what if my rice had like chicken fat? Come on. What is wrong with IMDb? Oh, here we go. Finally. Little Mr. Fix It is the title of the review on IMDb. Young Bobby Breen poaches a bit on Deanna Durbin's territory in this film Make-A-Wish. Usually Deanna was acting like Little Miss Fix-It in her films and was often trying to matchmake for a parent while contributing a song or two. Well, Breen at that age certainly had the soprano that Deanna had. He comes by it naturally as his mother's concert operetta singer Mary Claire. She's engaged to one stuffy drip played by Ralph Forbes, who wants her to give up her career as he does not like show business. Yeah, stay in the kitchen where you belong. Breen is in summer camp in Maine, which just happens to be located across the lake from composer Basil Rathbone's place, where he lives with his butler factotum Donald Meek. And Donald Meek is a total goofball. He thinks he's a music producer or something, but he's like a butler. Rathbone, who played the exact same role in Rhythm on the River, has lost his creative muse. He's not drinking enough Miller High Life beer. And Breen and later Claire inspire him, but Forbes is determined to quash all that. Make-A-Wish is a pleasant enough film featuring not only Bobby's soprano, but Mary Claire in her one and only film. Mary Claire is an awesome singer. She's the only one to watch. I don't know why people like the kid and the mother singing together. I think the kid spoiled it when he did that. Years ago, I remember seeing an adult Breen on an interview. It might have been Joe Franklin's program, where he said that Rathbone got along well with him and the other kids in the cast. I also enjoyed Henry Armetta and Leon Errol as a pair of Tin Pan Alley hack composers who really stink up the screen with their awful music. Still a nice family film, although God knows the type of music done here is terribly dated. I thought the music was decent. When the lady was singing, but I still think she should have stayed in the kitchen. What I just guessed, I randomly said it. I didn't even know you were eating rice. It was just a coincidence. Yeah, I just had like seasonings and soy sauce, hot sauce. I'm fasting, so I can't put chicken in it. But I will cook tacos tonight. I want to break my always eat meat at night unless it's a Friday. Did you hear about the controversial Latino white and 7 so-called dwarfs? Yeah, I have that movie on my list. Um, Snow White 2025, also known as Snow Brown. Gets a very low 1.5 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't think I'll ever get around. It's number 2 in terms of popularity, up 6. It's got 242,000 ratings on IMDb with an average rating of 1.5 out of 10. That is super low. That we like to see 1.5 on this channel. Some of the featured reviews: Disney Snow White 2025, a hollow, uninspired reimagining. Here's another one: featured reviews, rooting for the apple. Yeah, I've been following this Snow White ever since their teaser trailer, and the trailer got overwhelming dislikes for being woke and stupid. But Disney's been like that since the 90s, if not if not longer. There's a pretty hardcore Franciscan priest who goes to SSPX churches. He tells everybody that Disney's from hell and it's possessed by demons. Like if you buy Disney underwear, it's possessed by demon. Pretty cool stuff. I don't think I'll ever get around to watching Snow White 2025 though, because it's going to be exclusive to Disney Plus once they finally bury this and stop showing it in the empty theater. Yeah, Disney. Karate Man says Disney has really gone downhill. I never really liked Disney in the first place. So I don't know. That's an understatement, really, because not only did Disney become woke, so to speak, in the 90s, but also they managed to influence other films to become woke. Like it was a trendy thing after Disney started doing it. So it was even worse. That's why I try to avoid films after 1995. Another stupid woke remake to destroy Disney's legacy. Well, I've never seen the cartoon Snow White. But but I did. My mother tried to get me to watch Sleeping Beauty, and that scared the crap out of me. I just wanted to get out of the movie theater. That witch was too intense for me. Why do they have to have a witch in a Disney movie? I took my son to Disneyland back in, what was that, 2010? And I thought it was the stupidest thing. They got the time machine going. I don't know. What? It's just a waste of money going to Disneyland. Why would anybody want to go to Disneyland? Is my question. Of course, Karate Man's not going to watch it because it's not action genre. We like to watch IMDb films with 1 rating. So I wish I could watch Snow White in 35 years before, unless I die first. But it probably won't be available because Disney restricts their platforms. Disney restricts all their films to Disney Plus. So if there's a Disney film out there that intrigues me, if it's like a comic book film or something, or Star Wars related, forget it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to pay Disney Plus $50 a month to watch 1 or 2 films. Latino white, more like Hispanic white, or Trump hater and the 7 Dwarfs. Well, I hate Trump. Trump is the reason why I signed up for Golden State abolitionists, because I hate the so-called pro-life movement. It's it's really counterproductive, and abortions keep going up every year. So that's why I joined the Golden State abolitionists. But she's I don't care about Rachel Zegler's political beliefs or her stance on Gaza is actually correct. And I don't know why she has a beef with Trump, probably because he's Republican or whatever. I don't know. It's none of my business, but I heard them. I read some of the reviews on Snow White, and basically people were saying it's 2 hours of torture sitting through that movie, which is actually my kind of flick. I want to see that so that I can watch it on YouTube. Because a lot of people on IMDb are watching it just to trash it on IMDb. I mean, you've got 242,000 ratings, and I don't know how many reviews. It doesn't tell me on here, but it's got to be hundreds of reviews, I would think. The star of the movie, if you really want to call her a star, even has been calling Free Palestine and this and that. She's a woke actress that I never heard of this so-called actress of this atrocious remake. Neither did I. She sort of gave herself free publicity with her comments on Trump and Gaza. She's correct on Gaza, by the way. I don't have any problem. I don't have any problems with somebody who's against Trump or they have an objection to genocide happening in Gaza. That didn't bother me. What bothered me was the fact that she wants to be a feminazi character in the movie, and she wants to rewrite Snow White, the 1937 version, so that the prince has a diminished role, and it's all about girl power. You know, this South American actress taking over the government of from her stepmother, the evil queen. So I don't know much about this story. I never saw the original. I just know that they made a bad movie worse, basically. So if you call that going downhill, oh, Avenger 6. Avenger 6 is in the chat room. I was supposed to be doing a review on Make a Wish, but Karate Man wants to talk about Snow White, which is kind of a cool subject now that you mentioned it. I don't know why everybody's going after Rachel Zegler for her political beliefs. But she's a nobody actress to me in the first place. Like Karate Man said, I never heard of her until she started whining about Trump and the situation in Gaza and the the so-called misogynist 1937 version. So yeah, Karate Man says, I never watched the original, but this remake just looks ridiculous and dumb. I agree with that. That's why I want to see it. We like movies that are 1.5 out of 10 on IMDb. But how am I going to watch it if I refuse to sign up for Disney subscription? So, in a way, Disney is making it very easy for me to avoid them, which is kind of like divine providence almost. All right. Well, nice chatting to you. Well, there's a reason they are going after. Obviously, she is shoving her political bullcrap in a Disney remake. Nobody wants to watch that. People want to watch movies to be entertained. I don't know what you mean by political bullcrap. She's not talking about Gaza or Trump in any of her lines for Snow White. But she is trying to impose her feminazi character on us. That wasn't. She sort of collaborated on it. I mean, the script was written for her, and she's just reading the lines. But she thinks it's cool that she doesn't have to rely on the prince, and she has so much girl power, and she doesn't have to sweep the seven dwarves dwelling place. Avenger 6, Why I Now Despise Robert De Niro because of his political mumbo jumbo. Robert De Niro is a maniac. He'll go out in front of a bunch of Trump supporters and he'll just start yelling and cursing like a maniac. Guys, Robert De Niro is a whole different story when we talk about Rachel Zegler and Robert De Niro is totally whack. You don't see Rachel Zegler cursing and swearing on the microphone. So there's a little difference there. Good call, Avenger 6. Robert De Niro. Oh, man. I'm surprised he didn't move to... I'm surprised he didn't move to Ireland, which Rosie O'Dumbbell did. Rosie O'Dumbbell, the lesbian, whose daughter is like on drugs all the time. She moved to Ireland, which is 95% white. And then you have meathead Rob Reiner, who went into the insane asylum after Trump got elected. These people are just oh, and then you've got another lesbian. What's her name? Ellen DeGenerate. Ellen DeGenerate. She moved too, and her house got flooded. I don't know. Whatever. Despite De Niro being a maniac, at least he is more popular and famous than this nobody actress. I don't know. She's making. I'm looking at Snow White right now. She's making a name for herself. She's trying to get attention. She desperately wants people to sit in the empty theater and watch this turd of a movie. And in terms of popularity, it's number 2 on IMDb. I don't know what number 1 is, but Snow White is number 2. Because people are going on this website to trash the movie big time. 242,000 ratings. That's a lot of people who bought theater tickets. It'll probably drop off and lose about 200 million in the coming weeks. People stop paying attention to this nonsense. For 70 movies, so how many years ago was that De Niro was relevant? I just saw him in a Karate Man recommended a De Niro movie, and it was just one big 20-minute car chase. I forget the name of it. When Taxi Driver came out, it blew me away. Oh, Ronin is the name of it. Yeah, Karate Man made me watch Ronin. I didn't like it. It's just the movie is just one great chase scene. That's all it is. I didn't particularly care for it, honestly. Anyways, I think that's the only movie that I've seen De Niro in besides Taxi Driver. Ronin and Taxi Driver. That's it. Those are the only two movies that I've ever seen. I mean, he's too lamestream for me. Why would I watch a lamestream actor on a cult movie channel? The only cult movie he did was Taxi Driver. I don't know. Let's look at his movies here. Some of his more recent stuff. Has anybody seen The War with Grandpa or The Comeback Trail? Trump says his career went downhill, similar to Disney going downhill. He was in Dirty Grandpa. Dirty Grandpa looks interesting because it's 2016, and even though he tells everybody that he's part of this woke left movement, he plays the politically incorrect Dirty Grandpa. Oh man. Oh, he was in Machete. I didn't even know that. I must have missed that. Machete was a decent movie. I enjoyed that. What else? He was in Jackie Brown, excuse me. He was in Backdraft, Cape Fear. Cape Fear was a good movie. I like Cape Fear. I think Karate Man has me watching Goodfellas. Angel Heart. Oh, when he played the devil in Angel Heart. Now that is a cult movie. He had his fingernails chiseled, so he had pointy fingernails, and he kept eating this boiled egg. Now I remember. Angel Heart. How could I forget that? What else? Mean Streets. Greetings. Yeah. Most of his movies that were any good were from the 70s and 80s, man. Early 90s. And then around 1991, his career went downhill, and I only watched one of his movies, and it stunk, Ronin. So, yeah. I'd be interested in seeing Dirty Grandpa, though. Which are the only things you like about Trump? I don't like anything about Trump. I like Elon Musk, though. At least he's trying to save the taxpayer money. I thought BLM and Antifa were going to burn this country to the ground after Trump was elected. Either that or the Democrats were going to refuse to certify the election. But none of that happened. Actually, now they're burning down Tesla dealerships. which is kind of crazy. These people who were environmentalists, they bought all these Teslas. to to save the ozone layer or whatever. Now they're going. Now they're trying to sell their cars for like $30,000. I saw this bumper sticker. It said, "I bought this Tesla before Elon went crazy." Boiled eggs. I think of Cool Hand Luke. You know, what did he eat? Like 30 eggs? I don't think he. I don't think. What's his name? Cool Hand Luke. Oh, I don't think Paul Newman actually ate 30 eggs. He probably had like 10. Because if he did that in real life, he probably would have died. Oh, 50 eggs. Yeah. He would have died if he had eaten 50 eggs. What is the world record for most eggs eaten? So the world record is 141, set by Joey Chestnut, who devoured them in 8 minutes. I think Joey Chestnut is the only one who could do that. Sonia, the Black Widow Thomas, ate 65 eggs in 6 minutes and 40 seconds in 2003. And then Joe Chestnut in 2013 completely blew away Sonia, the Black Widow Thomas's record with 141 in 2013. Do I like Ted Cruz? No, he's a fake Republican. Why would I like Ted Cruz? He filibustered Obamacare while nobody was in Congress. What a fake. RFK Jr. RFK Jr. was in favor of lockdowns, I think. But I like his stance now on on certain things that I can't mention on YouTube, or my video will get banned unless YouTube dropped their censorship policy over medical misinformation when Trump became president. I don't know what's going on with YouTube censorship, but I don't want to risk having my video taken down again. So I won't mention what I agree with RFK Jr. on. You could take a wild guess. Everyone give a like. He also won hot dog competition. Yeah, I've seen Joey Chestnut devour pizza, hot dogs, you name it. He's the greatest competitive eater. He makes Kobayashi look like a little pipsqueak. Piers Morgan and Tucker. I like Tucker Carlson. I don't know anything about Piers Morgan. I don't watch his show. I do watch Tucker Carlson, though. So yeah, I'm not too crazy about the Republican Party. That's why I left the pro-life movement and I joined the Golden State Abolitionists. They're in favor of a federal ban, which of course Trump opposes. He wants to give states the authority to legalize abortion. That was the whole point of the Dobbs decision. and and they want to prosecute women for the crime of homicide with malice aforethought. Any woman who chooses abortion would be prosecuted under the abolitionist law or executive order confirmed by the Supreme Court. Why did Tucker Carlson get fired from Fox News? I think there was a lawsuit on the there was a lawsuit against Fox News. They defamed the voting machine company. And Tucker Carlson was the one who was complaining about the voting machines. So naturally, he got fired. The news stations, it's all about money. That's all they care about. They don't care about journalistic integrity. They just care about money. If you're causing them to lose money, they're going to fire you. So that's about it. Did you know it's been 2 years since the Crime Wave review, the one where I made you laugh? Yeah. Whatever happened to British Crumpet Man? I never see him. I guess he figured out that I'm not gay. Like, I'm not going to drop my soap in the shower or bend over for him. Time flies. All right. So I guess I'll take a little nappy poo, watch Kickboxer 2, the Albert Pion sequel to Kickboxer. I always get Kickboxer mixed up with an American Kickboxer, which I did not like. The 1991 film with Gavin Hood. This film stinks. It gets a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb. Who is in this piece of turd? American Kickboxer. And why do I get it mixed up with the first Kickboxer? Because I'm sure the first Kickboxer is way better than American Kickboxer. It only has 720 ratings on IMDb, American Kickboxer. And it's got Dale Cook. No, that's American Kickboxer 2. American Kickboxer 2 has Dale Cook, Evan Lurie, yeah. So I'm talking about the first Kickboxer, not the second one. Anyways, nice chat with Avengers 6 and Karate Man. Sorry, I'm not Republican and I don't care about Trump. But that's the end of my review. Laters.